All right. Sorry, I'm just throwing this together, trying to get everything going. So, what's going on, everybody? Is it live? Did it kick in? It says it's not live yet. Let me see. It's freezing up on my end. If we are live, hello. If not, you're going to have to stand by for a minute. Oh, you said muted. I know we're live if it says muted. All right, my YouTube has not kicked in yet, but if you said muted, that means we're live. What's going on, everybody? Quick CobraCast, because just in a few hours, things have gotten absolutely out of control in California, like absolutely out of control. And I can't even, like right now, this is KTLA. They're live right now. And some of the stuff that we're seeing right now is just out of control. We're going to go over a few clips that I saw right here. And earlier on the gaming stream, we were talking about that I think that this is really bad. Like some of the like Beardo and some of the other like people from California, they's like, oh, this happens every year or whatever. I personally don't remember any fires in LA being this bad, but maybe I'm wrong. But this seems like the worst case that I've ever seen in the area.
This is over the Sunset Fire yet again, and it looks like some embers may have hit a roof there for one residence. Could be an apartment. Let's go over to.
Let's see.
Over the Sunset Fire yet again, and it looks like some embers may have hit a roof there for one residence. Could be an apartment. Let's go over to Gil Lavis. He's overhead in Sky 5. Gil?
Yeah, Mike and Cher, we're trying to get an angle on this. It looks like a fire on a balcony, possibly. Some of the embers got into a balcony, it looks like, or maybe it's a roof line. It's hard to tell. Actually, it looks like a balcony there that's caught on fire. This is off of Franklin and Vista, and that fire just kicking off just moments ago. We came around in an orbit and spotted it, and so that's the first structure that has caught fire here that we know of, and we're waiting to hear from the fire department if they are aware of it or not. We just started kicking off when we came around on that orbit, so that's a big concern for fire.
This is over the Sunset Fire yet again, and it looks like some embers may have hit a roof there for one residence. Could be an apartment. Let's go over to Gil Lavis.
So that's that. There's a lot, because I think that this was my bookmarks. Or is this just his page? Oh no, here's my bookmarks right here. So you've got Zachary Levi, who did an interview with Jesse Waters. You got Gavin Newsom, piece of shit Gavin Newsom.
Situation with water, obviously, in Palisades, ran out last night in the hydrants. I was trying to firefighter in this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system fire, it's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe one fire. You have something at this scale, but again, that's going to be determined by the local.
What is this idiot doesn't even know what's going on in his own state? What a fucking piece of shit. Gavin, like, I'm going to try not to say gamer words while talking about Gavin Newsom. If you're defending Gavin Newsom, you are a fucking retard at this point in time. Like, this guy is an absolute horrible person. Horrible. Here's James Woods.
Not you and New York are kind of tied, or Illinois, but among the hydrants. No water in the hydrants. 17.6 million cut from the fire department. Karen Bass, a recent headline, I think you might have tweeted that out from the New York Post.
Yeah. And our new fire chief, has, and by the way, LA Fire Department is fantastic. The people, it's like the people who work for the federal government, so many of us are good people, but the people in charge, she took over and she put on her bio that her priority, my highest priority, is inclusion, diversity, and equity. That is my priority.
I feel so justified in the fact that we've been complaining about this, and not just me, many others, but we've been complaining about this since the last fucking Jedi in 2017. We've been saying that people that put diversity and inclusion and representation at the forefront of anything, first of all, it doesn't deserve to be a discussion to ever be had. It's that irrelevant. But diversity, inclusion, and representation, and anytime someone says that's their focus, immediately disqualified from whatever you're involved in. It doesn't matter what you're involved in. When your focus is diversity, you are immediately should never be taken seriously ever again, period. And James Wood's calling it right there.
And somebody forgot to fill all the reservoirs, I guess, with water, because when I was getting smoke alarms, there was a fire truck parked in front of my house, but they couldn't pump any water because there was none, because they didn't put them in the reservoirs. Okay. And they were busy cutting, look, it's the same we had with all the crime we have in our neighborhood, in Los Angeles, when we had that idiot Gascon. They just didn't care. Everybody was running loose. They were smashing places. You couldn't walk down the street.
A return to competent leadership. This may be a wake-up call. We're not trying to make this political, but when you can't get water and you're home.
Stop saying we're not trying to make it political. It is political. It's political because the fucking left made it political. So it is political. I didn't want my movies and video games and comic books to be political. The left decided they were going to make it political. So I'm not going to apologize when me as a Trump supporter, when I bring up the fact that I'm supporting President Trump, when I'm, talking about whatever. They decided to make it political. Fuck the left. Fuck them. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the Hollywood weirdos. They decided to make everything political. Valientes, who's in I don't know exactly where you're located. I know you're in Southern California. Valientes, who works on our Park Hopping channel. Shout out to you, Ivan. New fire on the Hollywood Hills is 10 minutes from me. Very random spot to suddenly go in blazes. Winds are strong, 30 to 80 miles an hour. Stay safe. Disappointed in Newsom and the clown of a mayor LA has. Brother, keep us posted. If you need anything, you just let me know. You can get in contact with me. If you need anything from me, man, let me know. But yeah, you've been keeping me updated on Twitter and everything like that with what's going on. So again, has it been worse? That's my question for people that are in the area. Has this ever been worse? Comics Dad, I saw you were saying something about the membership on phone versus, yes, everything you do is more expensive on a phone than on a web browser, desktop, all of that. You're going to be charged more on a phone for any interaction through Apple or Google, no matter what you do. So let's see. This is the worst in social. Or you mean in SoCal? SoCal, I'm sorry. It's the worst in SoCal. So is that why it's the focus is because it's in such a populated area, in such a well-known area? So that's why it seems that the reporting is so crazy because of the area that it's at. Yeah. Hey, I hear you, Comics Dad. I appreciate you, brother. This is the worst I've seen, and I've seen mountains of fire over the years. So this is and to Valiente's point right here, there's no way that these things are just randomly happening. I personally don't believe that. Now, I will qualify myself by saying that I'm not from the area. I don't know much about California, but these fires just popping up out of nowhere doesn't seem like a coincidence at all. It doesn't. Hope says we get arsonists every windstorm, not just embers. Not a banned account says President Trump must be impeached for California. 8 o'clock says Jeremy, remember when DEI in emergency services was part of the hypothetical and the lefties laughed it off? Exactly. Yes. I mean, we've been talking about that this is a problem and it will always be a problem. Thank you, Comics Dad. I appreciate it, man. It will always be a problem. And you should be, I'm telling you, you should cut ties with anyone that focuses on identity politics on a professional level, because they are poisoned and they have a disease, because it is truly that. That is what it is. Let's just listen to the rest of this.
Homes are burning and you have people trapped in their homes who don't have the ability to walk out. That's a problem. That's a real problem that has to be solved. So James, I'm glad you were, I think you were the first one to actually put that out there last night.
Laura, with all due respect, if it is true that things were handled this way, if it is true that Gavin Newsom is the absolute blithering idiot that I believe he is in the way he has handled fire management in this state again and again and again and again. This isn't a wake-up call. This is the kind of thing they have tribunals for, where they try people and say, you had an oath of office to perform certain duties. When you're the fire chief, this isn't a social justice exercise that you're in charge of. This is you getting water to areas that need water because there are fires in 100-mile-an-hour winds burning houses to the ground. I watched on a Ring camera a guy have to sit and watch his pet burn to death. You know, those things are issues of the heart when you watch a cherished little pet. Or, you know, look, my home is a building. It was we worked 3 years putting the home together. We loved our little house, but it means nothing compared to the 5 people who lost their lives.
James,
so the wake-up call.
Yeah, I hear you. And again, we're going to learn a lot more about.
And the problem I have with this right now is that all of our attention is here. All of our attention is here. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks before Trump's inauguration. Trump is making waves across the entire world right now. And all of our attention is going to Southern California, taking our focus off of where I think it should be. And that worries me. That worries me a lot. And it's James Woods is awesome. Everything he said was 100% spot on. He is the best. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, this is 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago from Nick Sorto. This is in Texas. What? An electrical substation has exploded in Fort Worth, Texas. What? Holy shit. What did I just say? We're focusing on everything that we shouldn't be focusing on right now. We are 12 days away from the inauguration of President Trump, and all of this is happening right now. This is insane. So again, right here, electrical substation has exploded in Fort Worth, Texas, per local reports. Emergency crews are currently working to contain the blaze. This comes mere hours before a large winter storm is set to roll through the area, putting a strain on the grid. If you haven't been nervous, you should be starting to get nervous right now because there is a lot of shit happening. Saturn dreaming of Mercury for 50 says, tired of this was planned. No, it's incompetence. We get special tornado events in Alabama. The weather is the effing weather. Negligence can be, intentional, but don't give the opposition the credit for being intelligent. I understand your point. I generally do agree. My concern, and thank you for the 50. The problem I have with this is that we're 12 days from Trump's inauguration. And the opposition did do what they did in 2020. They weren't successful in the long haul, but they did pull off 2020. And so, and they have attempted. Trump's life has been threatened multiple times now, right in front of our faces. They put him in jail, or they've attempted to put him in jail. They're still trying to put him in jail right now. I do understand your point, though. 100% understand where you're coming from. 100%. And thank you for the 50. The weather is the weather, though, for sure. But this doesn't necessarily seem like, this seems like, again, from the outsider's perspective, it seems like this is intentionally done to take advantage of the current conditions. And so, but I get where you're coming from with don't give the opposition too much credit, for sure. My God. Let's lighten the mood a little bit here. We have heard from our leaders. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Justin Trudeau, and I'm so excited to be here because I'm in California with another lizard person. He's a lizard person just like me, and I'm here with him in California, which he's turned into a communist shithole, just like I'm trying to do to Canada.
AI is certainly something, isn't it? Holy crap. Look at this. What? Look. The wind in LA is insane right now. Wow. Holy shit. Dude, that's insane. That is absolutely terrifying. What is this? All right, we got that one. I need to go back to my bookmarks really quickly. Jeez, man. It's so scary what's going on. Right here.
We saw an apartment building engulfed in flames. I saw the fire engine pull up this afternoon. A fire captain have one of his firefighters attach a hose to a hydrant, and that hose didn't fill up, Alex. And I asked the captain, out of every 10 hydrants you attach to today, on average, how many are you getting full water from? He says little to none. And it was at that point that really the whole crew stopped, looked up at this apartment building, and they realized there was nothing they could do except we saw.
And that kind of goes into the point of the $50 super chat about like negligence and things like that, because yeah, I mean, you can have people that could be out there doing things that are creating problems. But if you're prepared, if you have the proper people hired, then you can deal with the situation. That's not what's happening in California, because they decided to focus on diversity, equity, inclusion, or whatever DEI bullshit they call it. Let's see. And then we got Jamel Hill. Jamel Hill is quote tweeting Matt Walsh. Jamel Hill. So Matt Walsh quote tweet says, Los Angeles deliberately set out to exclude white men from becoming firefighters, and now they don't have enough firefighters to prevent their city from burning to the ground. DEI is a cancer that destroys everything it touches. 1,000%. And then Jamel Hill says, you are a miserable fuck. Jamel Hill, formerly of ESPN, race baiter, too ugly to be assaulted, Jamel Hill. And she is probably going to get crushed, because Matt Walsh is 100% accurate. Matt Walsh has a lot of terrible takes. In fact, his Sonic 3 take was horrendous, but that take right there is 100% spot on. All right, let me pull up here, see what we got going on. Oh, breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. President Trump has just called for Gavin Newsom to resign. Boom! This is all his fault. One of the best and most beautiful parts of the United States of America is burning down to the ground. It's ashes, and Gavin Newsom should resign. This is all his fault. The Giga Chad in chief, man, 12 fucking days. 12 days. Come on, man. That is beautiful. Here we go. Attitude era. That's right, emo. Here we go. I got to tweet this picture out. Let's see. Let me go to my True Social. I'll screenshot it. Here we go. Boom. And I'll tweet it out right now. Trump calls for Gavin Newsom to resign. Get the fuck out. All right, there it is. My tweet is up now. Here we go. There it is, baby. Trump calls for Gavin Newsom to resign. Let's go. Get him the fuck out. He's the worst governor in America. He's a horrible person. He makes Patrick Bateman look like a decent human being. We want him gone. When the president-elect, who's coming into office off the popular vote and the Electoral College victory in a landslide, when that man calls for you to resign during a horrific situation in your own state, not good for Gavin Newsom. Not good at all. So he is in big trouble now. I'm glad. Gosh, thank God Trump is elected. Thank God. Could you imagine how horrible it would be right now if we were dealing with Kamala Harris? Holy crap, man. Thank God for President Trump. Seriously, I want you to think about it. I want you to think about this. Like, how bad would it be? NF, if you are retarded enough to ask that question, you're not smart enough to hear the answer. That's how you have to treat people like this person right here. If you are retarded enough to ask that question, you're not smart enough to hear the answer. Go fuck yourself. Okay? Simple as that. Jesus Christ. Gavin Newsom is an absolute horror show as a governor. He sat there and made people mask up and shut people's businesses down while he went to some elite dinner without a fucking mask. That's my new way to handle leftists. If you're dumb enough to ask that question, you're not smart enough to hear the answer. If you need to be told in 2025 why Gavin Newsom is the worst governor in the country by a mile, if you don't know by now, then you will never understand. Gavin Newsom is why I moved away from California. We have Gary, who said the same thing happened with Gary and his wife's business. Gavin Newsom destroyed their livelihood, basically. And luckily, Gary is a successful YouTuber. But Gavin Newsom destroyed their entire business. Him and his policies, his leftist policies. Let's see. Where are we at? Cyberhunk returns with a new member. Thank you. Eric for 20 says, we're only 8 days into 2025. We've already had a terrorist attack, a suicide bombing, multiple fires, and LA burning down, and Governor Trudeau resigns. Yeah, man. We are off and running. As I predicted after Trump won, I mean, if you go back and you can find this, I said they're going to burn this country to the ground. I didn't mean literally, yet here we are. News moves so fast now, and this is one thing that, like, I have noticed as being I have thought about this, and I don't know how to balance this, but like being someone that follows pop culture news, political news, sports topics, movies, video games, all this stuff. Someone that follows all of this stuff as much as I do and I cover so many things on the internet. Time flies for me. Like, I can't believe how fast time has flown in the past few years for me. I can't believe that we're 4 years removed from COVID. I can't believe it. Things are just moving so incredibly fast. Like right now, we've all but forgotten the Cybertruck situation that happened. We've all but forgotten about it because news moves so fast on social media that it's scary. It's really scary. But thank you for the 20. I appreciate it. 8 o'clock says, Jeremy, remember DEI and emergency services was part of the hypothetical. Oh, yeah, and Lefty's left. I got that one earlier. Olivia says, it's all thoughts and prayers and love on social media for California, but With Helene, so many people said us here in North Carolina deserve to die because we voted and read and laughed at us. That's the difference in leftists versus now you have people on the right that are, and this is ultimately, this is the blessing and the curse of the people on the right, is that people on the right actually do have a heart and they do have sympathy even for their enemies, evil people that hate our guts. And that's the difference. You're seeing that right now because when it was North Carolina and it was a red area, leftists over in California, they basically said, oh, you deserve to die. You deserve horrible things happening to you. Whereas now that it's happening in California, you've got everybody that's on the conservative side being like, man, this is horrible. We hate when this happens. It's the truth. Sorry to hear that, though, Olivia. I hope you guys are doing okay over there. Hope says Pyramid Lakes and Castaic, or how do you say that? Castaic Lake feed the reservoirs in those hills, and they have more than enough water to keep them topped off. It's a failure of leadership. Hope says acre-wise, it's been worse, but property-wise, it is. That's a good way of looking at it. Okay, so acres-wise, it's been more widespread, but property-wise, this is just devastating right now. That makes sense. Let's see here. All right, so let me look, because right now social media is moving at an insane rate right now. It's absolutely crazy. What is this? Well, that was 32 minutes ago. So right here, Elon Musk just tweeted this out. SpaceX will provide free Starlink terminals to affected areas in LA tomorrow morning. So right here, this is what he quote tweeted.
Only reason that you're able to see us right now is because of a Starlink connection that we just got today. That's the only reason we're able to hear and communicate with you guys right now, because there's absolutely no cell service at all in this whole area.
Yep, there you go. So Elon stepping up to help once again, but yet, the leftists out there hate Elon Musk and they want him to die and they say all these horrible things. Right here we go. So listen, through tragedy, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of horrible things that happen through tragedy. No doubt about it. But also through tragedy, a hero rises up. A hero rises through the ashes and shows the world what a hero is really about. And we have that here, ladies and gentlemen.
Again?
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the news, though, you're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Yes! He is an alpha. One more time.
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the news, though, you're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We got the
Unacceptable. Gina, the
I gotta listen to it.
Again?
It's so good. It's so good.
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the news, though, you're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We got the
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Oh man, that was fantastic right there. The mainstream always deserves to be treated like that. Fuck the mainstream media. So again, Trump has now tweeted out over on Truth Social that he wants Gavin Newsom to resign. And I'm very again, I don't know what does this mean he's going to resign? Probably not, but the pressure being put on him is absolutely fantastic. Let me go back over to KTLA. Or are they still live or are they done? Let's see. Yeah, here we go.
Over 1,000 structures.
What? Why is it lagging up? Okay, well, maybe it's done. Let's see if they got another feed somewhere. Let's see. So their stream is just down. Even the chat is saying the same thing. So it looks like they are supposed to be live, but their stream has crashed. Yeah, their stream has crashed. Oh, well. It says that they're live, but it doesn't appear that they are live. They had 30,000 people watching them earlier, too. So I don't know if they lost power or what. Here we go. Here's another feed, though.
We've talked to thus far, and it's looking pretty good. Back to you.
All right, Conan reporting live for us tonight. Conan, we talked about this other fire that's burning not far from you in Studio City. This is what it looks like. Our Julia Dang has just arrived from the Palisades over the scene. Julia, where is this? What do we have here other than a big fire?
Colleen, we are just getting situated. I can tell you this is happening on Sunswept Drive and Veneta Place in Studio City. I hear our desk trying to talk to me. It sounds like they have a little bit of new information confirmed, but just look at this picture. This is an active firefight. This structure is fully consumed. Looks to me like this is residential. Colleen, I'm going to toss it back to you for now. Just figure out what we know, what we have confirmed as we get situated here. But raging house fire. We are in Studio City now.
Well, Michael, as I look at that, it almost looks like there are two houses on fire here. As you can see, there's some tall trees around here. What did she say? This is on Sunswept Drive?
And Veneta, from what I understand. This obviously a huge structure fire in the Studio City area. And again, it's Colleen, to your point, I've seen big homes, but this obviously looks much larger than just one home, perhaps one, two, if not three properties here.
Well, there's definitely a lot of fuel. I'm looking back to see if Melissa is there. Is there a wind situation or wind problem in Studio City right now?
It's actually pretty calm, relatively speaking, Colleen and Michael. The winds are out of the north-northwest right now at 11 miles per hour, but it's dry. Winds sustain at about 9 miles per hour and relative humidity dropping down into the single digits. But looking at the pictures here, I'm seeing what you're seeing as well. Two homes on fire, and behind the larger home, there's a lot of brush here. So this is a big concern. And like Conan was saying in his live shot there at the Sunset Fire, we're dealing with winds that look like they're traveling up that hill. So as we see these flames shoot out ahead of where the actual fire is taking place, it actually helps to preheat the fuel out ahead of that. And then you look well past those homes, looks like there's another row of homes behind that. So this is a big concern because it's looking like it's in a residential area right now. But in terms of the winds, it's fairly light, relatively speaking, to what we've been seeing. But the humidity is dropping. It looks like a really tough situation in terms of the firefight because of the structure of the homes, and some of those roads look fairly narrow as well.
I'm looking at this. I'm a little familiar with the area. I'm trying to figure out if it's north or south of Ventura Boulevard here. It almost appears to be south of the boulevard as you go up the hill here. But what you can't help but notice is that there is a lot of vegetation around there. And, you know, the real job for firefighters right now is to keep these embers, even with the lack of wind out there, keep these embers from spreading to other houses and into the surrounding brush.
That's right. I mean, if you're looking at the direction of the winds are actually picking up some of those flames right now and carrying them over into some of those treetops. And like we've been seeing with all of our fires the past night, is that the embers don't have to travel far to set something else ablaze. So it's really concerning because, you know, initially the fires that...
This is absolutely insane, man. 1992 space movie for $20 says off topic, but did you see that the British government voted against investigating child grape gangs? Yes, I did. Absolutely disgusting to cover for these illegal PDF files. Anyway, Jeremy didn't even read my last super, so I doubt he'll read this. Gotcha there. But thank you. Yes, I did see that. I'm glad Elon Musk is kind of targeting and focusing on these people and highlighting them for what they are. It's absolutely horrible. Jupiter Cyclops says, thank you, Jeremy. Our dog just died this morning. Was a great dog, only 10, but had heart failure and didn't make it even with meds. So sad for our family. Jupiter, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, it's the worst thing ever, man. You know, I lost my, one of my dogs not too long ago, and it's the worst thing ever. It's not a day that goes by I don't think about him. And it's, a good dog will not be forgotten for sure. Dogs are the best, and they are family members, and they should be treated and respected as such. So prayers to you and your family. Dogs are the absolute best. They are. I love them so much. And prayers to you and your family. I'm so sorry to hear that. Aussie Dad Andrew says, this unfortunately reminds me of the 2019 Australia bushfires. And then Aussie Dad says, you said the same thing. Oh, the Australian bushfires. Stay safe, everyone affected there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Joey says, if you watch the Sean Ryan show, the episode, let's see, Sarah Adams to 2025, she stated this will be a crazy year with attacks. I think I heard something about that, I think. Hope says Biden flew in, started the fires to punish celebs. Mr. J says, appreciate the late night CobraCast. Bass and Newscomb need to go. Jim P says, looks like hell has come to LA. Infinity Flare says, looks like the hell in Constantine. Jupiter Knight says, military tribunal for Newsom, the California People's Assembly, and that terrible LA mayor. Life in Club Gitmo for all of them. Eric K says, LA also got rid of any firefighters that did not want the jab. That's a good point. Do not forget, Trump has a world-class golf course just south of the fires in Rancho. Is it Palos Verdes? Is that how to say it? Did I say that correctly? K-Town says, Governor Bateman and his minions got to go. Hail to the chat in the 199. Thank you. Leighton Hallman says, I hope Congress refused to send California any money to help fight or rebuild after these fires. Those people voted to destroy their state. Now live with it. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Let's see. Hope says, Naughty Dog has weighed in on the cause of the fire. It's the racist and the climate change's fault. I sent you his profile in the DMs. He's a ban bragger. All right, I'll check it out. BFSD says, Trump is great, but I'm disgusted by leftist lunatics celebrating James Woods' house burning down. Yeah, they're celebrating it on social media. Sick. That doesn't surprise me at all. These people are just horrible. Saturn dreaming of Mercury with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. And then Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier with another gifted membership as well. Dark Ultra says, perhaps they're trying to destroy as much of America as possible so that Trump can barely make any progress with fixing things. I don't know if that would apply to California, but, I'm worried about everything right now. Ministry of Wrong Think says that was the only straight dude in Cali. Jacobo says, let's see. Jacobo says, where's it at? As a Californian, I approve of Angelino's message about gay people. He's a brave man, and I salute him. Hope says, fire in the disco, fire in the disco, fire in the Taco Bell, fire in the disco, fire in the disco, fire in the gates of hell. Electric 6. Gerald Armstrong says, we can't rule out terrorism. Look at the open border we've had for years. Amenti says, the Bad Religion song, Los Angeles is Burning, becomes relevant every few years. It looks bad, but it's been worse. Fires came within miles of my home in California and burned all across Santa Monica Mountains. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to get a ton. And again, the coverage, the area in where this is happening right now is definitely getting a lot more attention than just acres, that are burning.
Higher elevation.
Let's hear what's going on real quick.
But no matter how you put it, Julia, what you just mentioned is absolutely true. This is emotional to watch. You feel for the families. And I guess even that homeowner that lives next door, perhaps they don't know at this point what is going to happen possibly with their property and with their livelihood.
And look at this. We're flying around the back of this property or properties now, and you can see this fire behavior that Melissa just mapped out. This is burning quickly uphill. So as I zoom out, and they're going in right now with a water drop, attacking this not just from the ground, but from the air as well. And they're doing that right in time because you can see how high these flames are burning. There is another street behind Sunswept Drive. I think we have the map overlay on here. This is behind Sunswept Drive at Veneta Place. There are additional homes here in Studio City that are right behind.
And now you have Elon Musk co-signing President Trump. Let's see right here. Elon Musk is co-signing it. So there you go. So now the pressure when Trump calls for it, and then Elon Musk is co-signing it. Gavin Newsom's in big fucking trouble now. All right? Gavin Newsom's in big trouble. The heat is about to be turned up. Another 50 from Saturn dreaming of Mercury. So right now, if Elon, here's what's going to happen. Elon's going to do this. The mainstream's going to start covering it now. So you got Trump calling for it, and you got Elon co-signing it. The mainstream's going to freak the fuck out. They're going to freak the fuck out right now, lose their minds. And now what you're probably going to see, and again, I'm trying to map this out in my mind. I feel like the media is going to defend Gavin Newsom at all cost. That's what they're going to do. All right. And then it's just going to be a complete shit show. And then the people of California are going to go, we hate this motherfucker. We hate this guy. That's what they're going to do. And it's going to backfire so gloriously right now. This is strategic, I think, for Trump to drop this at the height of all of this stuff happening. Trump dropping this, and then Elon quote tweeting Charlie Kirk, who's probably going to get the most traction. This is strategic. I guarantee you this is strategic on their part, in my opinion. Now, hang on. I want to go back to... I want to hear what they're saying. Give me a second here.
Just on the
There's
other
so
side
much
of
shit happening
John.
right now.
Yeah.
I just went hiking recently in Fryman Canyon, and I was thinking to myself as I was traveling through the trails, a lot of the trees, a lot of the brush really overgrown and really dry. So there's a lot of fuel for this fire to work with, unfortunately, as we watch really dry conditions, not only on the ground, but because of the Santa Ana winds drying out the atmosphere as well.
It makes you wonder if this was actually the initial ignition point, or if this is perhaps a casualty of something that was burning earlier in the area. I mean, you see flames off to the left, flames that...
I saw someone say that Trump was live, but I do not see that. If I'm missing something, there's no way Trump's live. There's no way. I don't think. That's why I was like trying to play that audio right now and look for this, because I was like, there's no way Trump is live. There's no way. Because that would be all over the fucking internet right now if that was the case. Okay, now here's a quick update on a story that I talked about earlier. Okay, so the Fort Worth story. Fort Worth. This is how I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan of this person. Okay. But this is how it's done. This is how it's done right here. Governor Abbott, all taken care of. Boom. 30 customers were initially impacted. However, those temporary outages have been restored. Boom. That's the difference in a Republican governor versus a Democratic governor. Right there to put out any concerns, any issues, anything right there. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but taken care of. 30 minutes later, boom, done. Here. I know this is a problem. We're here. We got it taken care of. That's good fucking work right there. Yes, that is leadership. That's 100% leadership. And that's what it's all about. And that's the difference in a Republican governor versus Gavin Newsom. So again, Elon Musk is co-signing Donald Trump's call for Gavin Newsom to resign. Ron DeSantis earlier today offered support for to help Governor Newsom, which is the right thing to do. That's exactly what Ron DeSantis should be doing, because you lead by example. And so I'm glad that you had DeSantis out there offering that, even though that Newsom doesn't deserve it.
The fact that you can even get fire apparatus up in that area, as many as we see in this live shot here, is pretty incredible.
Julia, what are they?
These narrow, winding canyon roads. We saw the trouble they had earlier with the Sunset Fire. Firefighters trying to get in as residents were trying to get out. So here, at least, we have multiple fire engines already stationed on the ground. We've got 2 dedicated to this portion of the firefight to the south of this home.
Julia, what are they doing on those homes just above this? I believe it was Good View or Good something Avenue there. You said it appeared they had been evacuating people there.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to make it very, very clear. I have the utmost sympathy for everyone affected by these wildfires, except for the Hollywood celebrities that are having their houses burned down. Fuck off. I don't mean I want them hurt. I'm just saying I don't have sympathy for you. I'm not saying I'm asking for your house to burn down, because I'm not. What I'm saying is, when I see a news report that tells me that some fucking Hollywood celebrity's house is burned down, I don't care. There's regular people that are being affected, regardless of what their voting opinions are. I don't care. I don't care about a Hollywood celebrity. This is impacting normal, everyday people that can't afford to just pick up and buy a new fucking $5 million house tomorrow. I care about regular people, regardless of who they vote for, because that is tragic. It's not like, fuck these Hollywood. These Hollywood celebrities have 6 fucking houses and they're all like $5 million. I'm supposed to be upset because some Hollywood celebrity that hates my guts lost their fucking house? Bullshit. So these people are the worst people on the planet.
To the south of what you're seeing.
All right, so we are pushing in here to Sunswept and Vanetta Place, where you see LAFD here aggressively attacking
regular folks in James Woods. Well, James Woods is a regular person. James Wood is someone that's not telling you should die because you voted differently than him. So when I say normal people, it's not crazy, lunatic, leftist Hollywood celebrities.
It begs asking, what is this a result of the larger fire? Is the larger fire the result of what we're looking at here? So investigators, I should say, the firefighters certainly have their hands full with it.
All right, I heard you guys telling me about this. Elon Musk just retweeted this. So what is this right here? Adam Carolla ran from his hotel after the LA wildfires forced him to evacuate his home, where he predicts Hollywood leftists will be so frustrated by the rebuild effort that they will not vote Democrat. You guys all voted for Karen Bass. Okay, let's hear what he's got to say.
Cost her $20 million.
And again, it's so funny that I've had Adam Carolla on Geeks and Gamers. He had no idea who I was. He was doing when the Daily Wire brought him on for a comedy thing. I guess Daily Wire was reaching out to their little hub of people. And so Daily Wire contacted me. They're like, hey, would you like to do an interview with Adam Carolla? I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Adam Carolla joins. He had no clue who I was. He was so shocked when I was like a Trump supporter, because he knew he was joining a channel called Geeks and Gamers. And he had no fucking clue. He's like, I don't know what this is. And so we had a good discussion, though. Here we go.
Guys who lost their $20 million homes on the ocean side of PCH will be knee deep in the permit process. They will be trying to pull permits when the guys in the Winnebagos will have been back for months before those guys ever get a permit. As a matter of fact, good fucking luck, because here's the deal. Alan Hamill and Suzanne Summers moved because they could not get a permit to rebuild their home of 40 years on the ocean on PCH, right? So here's what's going to happen. Let me just give you guys a little primer of what's going to happen. You know how Bill Maher seems real conservative now when he's like arguing with Jane Fonda about regulations, too many regulations, like strangling everything? Because remember, when Bill Maher tried to put solar in his house in Beverly Hills, that's when he turned against the government, because he saw what the government and the overreach of government and overregulation does. He got strangled. It took him 3 years to build a solar shack. He had a whole countdown on his show, you know, day 1,000 since I've got my permit for my solar. He turned. Okay. The people who live in Malibu, who live in Santa Monica, who live in the Palisades, those are some of the most progressive blue voters in the world or in the United States. They are a bastion of blue. So what those guys did is all the people in the Palisades, I checked it out. It's about 80% blue, 80% progressive, 80% Democrat. Now, these pussies are all sitting around crying about Karen Bass, water pressure. How come the forest wasn't cleared of all the brush? What's happening with the infrastructure? You guys all voted for Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles.
Yes.
You all voted for Gavin Newsom.
Yes.
And now you fucking get what you get.
Yep.
Oh, now that your house is on fire, well, now you're thinking about something else. Now you want to know what's going on. What's going on around here? You didn't give a shit about what was going on when other people's houses were on fire, but now you care. So here's what's going to happen. All these people who were deep blue Democrats are now going to have to pull a permit to rebuild. And they're going to get the 28-year-old bitch from the Coastal Commission telling them to go fuck off. And then they're going to vote for Trump or whoever's Trumpian next. You see, they're going to get turned. They're going to get turned hard because, as I've always said, live in the rent control apartment in Santa Monica, fine, good. We know how you vote. Go deal with the city. Try to pull a permit. These are going to be thousands of homes, super wealthy people, and these people don't want to live in Van Nuys. They like it where they are. They love Malibu. They love the Palisades. They love Santa Monica. There's going to be a whole bunch of rich people, and they're going to go, I'm rebuilding, and I want to rebuild as fast as I can. And between the part where they go in to the planning commission and plan check and initially and try to pull a permit to the time the first load of lumber, the first load of 2x4s is dropped off on their lot where their house formerly stood, it's going to be 3 years and 1,000 permits and 1,000 arguments and 1,000 discussions with the Coastal Commission, not to mention little tidbits that they didn't think about, like Carson Daly. You want a swimming pool? Yep. Got to be double hulled. Really? Yeah. Well, why? Well, what if water leaches out and gets into the groundwater table? Carson Daly had to build a swimming pool like a modern day oil tanker. Had to be like a double hulled. That's all right. It'll just cost $500,000 for a swimming pool. Like that. They're going to be, when they start getting the regulation, they're going to go nuts. And when they start running into the bureaucracy and the red tape, they're going to start going nuts, and they're going to vote for Rick Caruso next time because they want to get. That's all Trump says is we're going to pull back the regulations. We're going to free people up. They're going to find out. They're going to get bit by their own snake. They're going to convert. I am telling you, these are the bluest people on the planet, and they're going to be fucking ripshit pissed when the city and the Coastal Commission tell them to fuck off. And by the way, I don't think the Coastal Commission is going to okay anyone rebuilding any of their houses on the coast because they say they're in the business of protecting the coast. They're in the business of getting you to leave. They will get their wish, which is no buildings. And they're going to make it hard for everyone. And then we're going to have to restructure the whole thing because we can't have 9 angry lesbians controlling everything that goes on in Malibu, the Palisades, and Santa Monica.
It's so accurate, dude. This is the problem with DEI. You are literally hiring unqualified people for very, very important roles. And eventually, even if you don't think it's an important role, it will eventually lead to a role that's important. Shit rolls downhill. And everybody is seeing this for what it is now, which I'm very happy about. Apparently, here's Megyn Kelly going on a rant about the DEI bullshit. Here we go.
Who gives a shit if the fire chief is gay? I'm sorry, but who gives a flying fig about who she likes to sleep with? Can you fight the fucking fires, madam?
She said fig.
That's the relevant question. We don't care about your lady parts, and we don't care who you want having access to them. Can you fight fires? Can you make sure there's water in the fire hydrants when you realize in Ventura County, this is a massive problem? When you realize that California is going through a drought where they haven't had rain in weeks and months, I don't care who turns you on. And you know why they have only 100 women in a squad of 3,300? Because women tend to be smaller and not as strong. And unless you lower the requirements to become a firefighter, most women can't pass the test. This is an absurdity. This is just like the Secret Service and what happened with Trump. We needed all these women in there who weren't even tall enough to protect the 6'3" president. Under this woman, Ms. Crowley, the department created a diversity, equity, and inclusion bureau to train firefighters not on refilling the hydrants or what to do when they're empty, but on the importance of DEI.
So sick of it. We're all sick and tired of it. Every single person is sick of this shit. Anyway, back to you. So Saturn dreaming of Mercury 50. I don't know what this says. So there you go. I'm not even going to try to read it, but I appreciate it. Thank you for that's 2 50s and 10 gifted memberships from you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Eddie M says, Jeremy didn't read my $2,000 super chat. Did I miss your $2,000 super chat? Did I miss it? I am so sorry. If you guys can see, if we could find the $2,000 super chat from Eddie M, I try to read all $2,000 super chats, to be clear. All right. So, let's see here. I got that one. Not a band account says who will be held responsible for this. I'm not sure if you're I can't tell if you're like a leftist that's like truly is mad or if you're trolling as a leftist, which I appreciate it. The fact that I can't tell, it's a good sign. So, Judicon says, I used to drive Highway 1 in Santa Monica up to Ventura. I'm very familiar with this area. Such devastation. Praying for all the displaced families. Absolutely, man. Thank you, Judicon. Good to hear from you, brother. Dark Ultra says 2025 is really crazy. Also, don't forget about the whole UFO drone situation going on. I know. Cole Summers says, I am trying to really care, but the majority of these people affected said my state deserved Hurricane Harvey. Praying for the innocent. Well said. Ed says, have a heart. Where is Kathy Griffin going to live now that her mental asylum has burned down? This is true. Too tired for 20 says, ask Grok. Never attempted before, but the response sounds like the people of Cali can hold Newsom. Let's see. Where is it at? Where is it? Can hold Newsom for manslaughter. If you should all ask Grok and interpret as you see fit. I mean, the problem is the people of California have no power over Californian politics. I mean, if you ask anybody that's got a working brain that's from California, they'll tell you that Gavin Newsom didn't legitimately win any election. He didn't win the recall. He didn't win. He's a hated motherfucker. They all fucking hate him. But the system is so corrupt in California that the people have no voice. They have zero voice. Joe Bitts says, my friend lost his home in the Palisades today. Fuck Gavin Newsom for not signing the water restoration declaration. I know you said funk, but I said fuck because I know you couldn't get that through on Super Chat. Fuck Gavin Newsom. Hope says Los Angeles is a pyromaniac bukake with this wind. Gerald Armstrong says trying to get rid of Newsom before 2028. Cole Summers says they see Abbott rolling. They hating. Listen, Governor Abbott, unlike Gavin Newsom, Governor Abbott is willing to stand for something. I'm not sure what yet, but he's willing to stand for something. Quentin Daniels, thank you for the member message. Hope says a lot of folks live in those homes. It sucks. It definitely does. Eric K says California Coastal Commission runs on bribes. Facts. Grant Potato says I agree with Megyn Kelly. Axel Jensen says Jeremy drinks Red Bull because he's a flying fig. I do not drink Red Bull. I do not drink any energy drinks. Clown Pilled 199 over on Locust says, don't know if you've shown this one yet. Firefighter scooping up water from a puddle in a traffic cone to put out fire. The fuck, man. Actually, I did. I got that bookmarked somewhere, so I'll see if I can pull that up. Hope says the universe will red pill everyone sooner or later. JD says, I really want to go fishing in the Gulf of America this weekend. Laughing Man says, pay attention to Jessica Lindstrom, Jeremy. Jessica's there. She's in the chat. I saw her. Vespian, the glory of Rome is forever, says, rich people never face consequences. They have people to deal with consequences for them. Adam Carolla has terrible takes. I don't know. I like Adam Carolla. He was pretty funny when he was on the show. Again, it was funny because he's like, I heard I was coming on the show called Geeks and Gamers, and I had no idea what I was getting into. And he was so surprised when I was a Trump supporter. It was pretty funny. All right. Is this live still? Here we go.
Continue to go further down Whitsett and then travel over to the west. You're close to the Sportsman Lodge area, where a lot of people are familiar with that. That's right off of Coldwater Canyon as well.
The super chat was a motto for Alabama in Latin. Is that what it was? Okay.
And it's moving into an area where there are a lot of homes. And like we've been seeing, it looks like it's going to be hard for evacuation in the sense that we're dealing with very narrow roads. So folks trying to get out as firefighters are trying to come up and battle the blaze there. And on top of that, you got hot spots that are moving in around that fire.
Melissa, Michael, I just found the information I was looking for. We got an alert from the LAFD regarding the fire burning near Laurel Canyon. And it says, and I'm quoting here, Laurel Canyon, Mulholland, Coldwater, Ventura Boulevard, those nearby need to be ready to evacuate, just in case there's a turn for the worse here.
And as we spoke to the doc not too long ago, he's within the vicinity.
Okay, I'm not gonna repeat what this says, but I'm definitely going to show everyone. Okay, and I'm gonna have to mute it probably because it's probably got music. But this is too funny. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just showing the video. Okay. Just showing the video. So there you go. Just showing the video. I'm not repeating what it says. Just showing the video. Okay? Just trying to educate the audience. Laughing Man says, damn it, Jeremy. You really are from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby. Pantera says, I'm sorry you lost your home, move to New York, and leave Texas alone. I heard that. I'm just showing you what you guys can make your own interpretations of that.
Fight this more aggressively, but embers have jumped over to this neighboring home. We don't see any lights on. I don't think anybody is home. But for anybody who has not evacuated yet, right, we're talking about these narrow canyon roads, these narrow winding roads. And now to the north of Sunswept Drive, we have fire trucks lining these streets, protecting additional homes that could be threatened. So that's going to make it even harder for residents who are trying to get out. And then earlier we showed you another hotspot, which in size is comparable to what we see burning here. The difference is that other hotspot to my left isn't threatening any homes just yet. We don't even see firefighters over there as they zoom out.
What do you guys think about this really quick?
Here, you might not be.
Do you guys agree with this top 5 list right here? Top 5 biggest losers in the world right now, according to facts. Number 1, Gavin Newsom. Number 2, Justin Trudeau. Number 3, Harry Sisson. Number 4, Joe Biden. Number 5, Kamala Harris. That's a pretty good top 5 list. Don't you think? I think I'd put Kamala 3. I think I'm putting Kamala 3. I think so. But that's a pretty good list. All right.
Mandatory evacuation order. So anybody in this area who has not done so already, now is the time to start packing your go bags.
I got to say, from this vantage point, it looks as if things look slightly better than
Slightly is a very good
I'm
word
going to use
here.
the word slightly. I mean, that's the caveat there. Slightly better than it did when you first rolled up, Julie.
Slightly better. We're seeing more smoke, less flames.
Okay, I just saw this tweet right here. So this is LA Mayor Karen Bass, and campaigned on increasing funding for the fire department. She cut it by $17 million to deal with climate change fires. In the same breath, she praised LA's climate change initiatives, which weaken their ability to fight fires. Unbelievable.
We have wonderful goals in Los Angeles and climate change. We're all experiencing the heat. We have fires. We need to increase the fire department. That's another issue in terms of public safety, but also the environment, because one of the reasons why we are dealing with the fires is because of climate change. So we have wonderful goals in Los Angeles and climate change. We're all experiencing.
Properties.
Julia, are you seeing any of that there?
DEI.
We're not seeing a lot of resident activity on this stretch of Sunswept Drive, and that's probably good news. That means people have gotten out of here. They've gotten out of the way of the fire department. They are letting the professionals handle this, so they know where it is safe.
You guys remember the guy from ABC? I think he was ABC, David Muir or whatever. When they did that the debate. Apparently he did this. Apparently.
Shopping, a place to eat. And as you can see here behind me, it's been completely wiped away. There are still flames burning from multiple buildings here and smoke rising from the ash. Again,
He put clothespins on the back of his jacket. What?
this is where the community would be at a time of shopping, a place to eat. And as you can see here behind me, it's been completely wiped away. There are still flames burning from multiple buildings here.
Oh my God, I hate these fucking people, dude. I really can't stand these people, man. Holy crap. The worst people on the planet. They really are. Absolutely the worst people on the planet. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. We got that one. Hope says I should have gotten Gary's dead air chat to raid you. Jason Platt says, I live 30 minutes from West Hollywood. I'm not in any danger at the moment, but sad watching DEI ruining this dumb city with dumb voters. DEI equals people die. 100%. Pit Bucks for $9.99 says Jeremy got season tickets. If you want one for FSU Bama next year, we can talk. FSU Bama is going to be a very interesting one considering the circumstances for both teams. 100%. Shoot me an email, jeremy@geeksandgamers.com. Let me know. I am open to that for sure. I got invited to another game this weekend, but I can't make it. I don't know if you're watching. I'm not going to dox you, but if you're watching, the person that invited me to the game this weekend, I have been looking at my schedule. I cannot make it. I'll hit you up tomorrow to let you know. But I got invited to an NFL football game this weekend. It would have been awesome, but I can't go. Pantera says, isn't that the start of the This Is the End movie? Pretty much. But right now we're going to call it there. Just want to do a quick live stream. These live streams are going to be a lot more focused on topics moving forward because I want to there's a lot of things going on right now. And so, I appreciate all of you in the chat, and I appreciate all of your support. You support me like crazy. I'm going to start working on more uploads. What's crazy is that more people are watching this stream than watched my most recent upload in the first hour, just because the algorithm is fucked for this channel. But we'll work on that. It'll take some time, but we'll get back in there. Intimidator for 20 says, while I look forward to Camelot's second season in the Arca series, I can't believe what's going on in Cali. So much could have been prevented. Anyways, here's $20 from me on my birthday. Now I'm Richard Petty's race car number. Well, happy 43. Happy 43. Yes, I knew that. Of course, I used to watch NASCAR religiously. I don't anymore. But I do. I miss NASCAR being something that's worth watching, but I can't stomach NASCAR right now. The Bubba Wallace show. I can't do it. Laughing Man for $1. That means Laughing Man probably wants the damn clip.
Damn!
Damn! There it is. Let's see. We've got TJ says Biden bans oil drilling in Gulf of Mexico, so Trump renames it to Gulf of America. Ban is now invalid. Drill, baby, drill. Bronsonite says Jada Tate, Cali lights up 12 days before the dawn takes over, giving kid sniffing Joey Biden excuse to heavily fund state, so Gavin won't just have and work behave. So Gavin just won't have to behave and work with Donald J. Trump. Mod Eric says Newscomb will not leave. He is Nancy's nephew. Mod Eric says Karen Bass took money away from the fire department and gave it to the illegals. Play the Sky News clip for her coming to LA. John Ambler for $1. Eric K says Rumble Ranch just got those. Lying Dollface Pony Soldier with a get the membership. Flag Ninja with a 199. Laughing Man with the 1. John Ambler with a 1. Let's see. And then Saturn Dreaming of Mercury says, by the way, Jeremy, and I'm not fucking saying it. So it's some type of it's something in Latin from Alabama. So I am from Alabama. So that's it. I don't know your Latin slang. But thank you for the 20. Longclaw for a 199. Thank you. Emu Ataku for a gifted membership. Marksman says smoke here in LA is crazy heavy wood smell. Let's see here. So yeah, everybody here can fucking Google what the shit means. I can't. Or I can. It's what a lot of streamers do, by the way. A lot of streamers, they'll like Google shit to make it look like they know what's about. I'm a retard. I ain't trying to fake that. All right. Laughing Man for $1. Thank you, Laughing Man. But yeah, 3,500 people. That we had 3,500 earlier, and we had 3,500 tonight. So that's crazy. And shout out to Rumble and locals. I appreciate it. We got Geeks Gamers Daily tomorrow. Axel Jensen with $1. Babo Yogi says, go to bed, leave the stream up. Chat is takeover. J-Rock says, please put the damn clip up as well. I just did. You just want me to leave chat up? God dang it. John Ambler with $1. Laughing Man with $1. Is this what we're at now? Oh God. Is this what we're doing now? We're just gonna spam me and make me just leave the chat up. I'm not against that, by the way. I'm not against it. Damn! We'll get a few clips. We haven't played all the clips lately, so let's play some of the clips we got, okay?
We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
To call Biden a criminal. Why is that?
He is a criminal. He's a criminal. He got caught, read his laptop, and you know who's a criminal? You're a criminal for not reporting it. You are a criminal for not reporting it. Let me tell you something. Joe Biden is a criminal, and he's been a criminal for a long time, and you're a criminal in the media for not reporting it. Good luck, everybody. Have a good...
We're gonna get you, assholes. Just know that. Fuck them! Fuck them! Sick of their shit. I don't fucking care anymore.
Oh, is that what it means? We dare defend our rights? Oh, okay, I will know that. I don't know what in fucking Latin. So, where else we got?
Hollywood's telling us this is the only discussion.
I apologize.
Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Yes. I know that one. Emo Atako for $1. Thank you. Jupiter Knight for a 99-cent. Flag Ninja for $1. 1990 Space Movie for $1. John Ambler says yes. Laughing Man for $1. John Ambler for $1. Whew. J-Rock says no, you fig. Make the damn clip a short on YouTube. I don't know where I have it. Like, it's in the StreamYard. I don't really know how to download from StreamYard once it's there. I don't know where that clip came from. Laughing Man says I need 5 more minutes. Make it worth it, Jeremy. 5 more minutes? 5 more minutes?
This is not okay. It's just not.
5 minutes? I'm trying to wrap this show up. I've already given you a great show. I've given you a lot of great memes. I read all the super chats. And yet you're still complaining
What more do you want from me?
Oh man. I mean, you could just drop a $500 super chat and then that'll get Ripa to do. I can give the minute 20-second clip of Ripa. That'll give us like a minute 20. That'll be good. But in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys so much. Oh my God. Pre-Dawn Corpse for the 99 cent. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier says we are in a spiritual war that can be won in part through memes and laughter. The Borg hates laughter. Well said. Axel Jen says not a wrestling fan. Damn, Ripley is fine AF. John Ambler says cry harder. Streaming is hard. It's the hardest job in the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's terrible. Flag Ninja for $1. Thank you. Vespian says spill the tea. Let's see. Who killed our Gary BBC chat takeover? You or Kara? It wasn't me. I promise. I love Chad's takeover. Okay. So it wasn't me. It was purely coincidental that I'd showed up because people were messaging me. So I'm assuming people were messaging everyone. So I'm sure Carolyn was getting messages. I'm sure, Ripa. I'm sure Ryan. And then of course I'm sure X-Ray Girl and Perry Chan and Quarter Black Garrett. I'm sure everybody was getting messages because the way I found out that Gary's stream was up was someone messaged me. So I went in the chat and I was like, well, fuck it. There's people here. Let's drop some gifted memberships. Let's keep this party going. And next thing I know, boom, stream got hit. And I'm like, what? What? Stymie says, Jeremy, you got some pretty lips, boy. Not cool. Zan Zoltan says, here's $1 from Argentina. $1. Why do you get this? Why do you get that? You have the Dan Vask privilege. Why do you get this? Dan Vask privilege. CobraCast says he thought demons were going to show up. Pre-Dawn Corpse with a 149 super sticker says John Ambler says, haha, much love, no homo. Grand Potato says, is this going to end anytime soon? Probably not. Probably not. Intimidator says, I agree with a lot of what you said about NASCAR. I think I mentioned something around your 100,000 subscriber stream, but I would love to talk with you about what NASCAR used to mean to both of us respectively. Hey, brother. Yeah, I will still watch like races from the 80s and the 90s and even into the 2000s. I'll probably watch NASCAR, like rewatch races. I'll pretty much watch them all the way up until like somewhere in like the early 2000s. Probably like 2010 maybe, but I really appreciate the Fox broadcasts, with like DW and you had Hollywood what was his name? Jeff Hamlin, whatever it was, Hollywood. You had Mike Joy. You had so many. You had I'm trying to think of some of the names now. Dick Berggren, I think, was on NBC. But NBC had like Wally Dallenbach, and I didn't really like Wally Dallenbach. 95% of you aren't going to have a fucking clue who I'm talking about. But the greatest play caller in NASCAR history is Darrell Waltrip. He was the best. All right. Larry McReynolds was good. Mike Joy was awesome, but DW was the best for those that know. Not Denny Hamlin. No. Jeff, it was DW's former crew chief. What was his name? He was on the Fox broadcast. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Somebody's going to remember his name here in just a minute. But anyway, those guys were great. Hammond, Jeff Hammond. That's what it was. I wanted to say Hamilton, but then I said Hamlin, and that was, I was like, no, that's Denny. So Hammond, Jeff Hammond. That's what it was. No, Larry Mack was Earnhardt and Mike Skinner's crew chief. Anyway, I could talk NASCAR all day long. Emu says, from Caddyshack, I summon thee. Hope says Trump's dance is the gopher dance from Caddyshack. Yes, I saw that clip earlier today. All right, you got your 5 minutes, laughing man. All right, so we're going to call it there. Thank you guys so much. We got Geeks and Gamers Daily in the morning, and I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. 2 streams today. The earlier CobraCast is going to kind of be the norm, doing that around maybe 3 or 4 in the afternoon. That allows me to do other things at night, and then if I have time, we can do like a quicker CobraCast towards the evening time. But I thank you guys so much. Lots of uploads, so make sure you have notifications turned on for the regular uploads for this channel and for Geeks and Gamers. I got to get back to making videos because the channel is not growing. Look at this guy! Laughing Man! Holy crap. Laughing Man just dropped 50 gifted memberships. Is that why we had to wait 5 minutes? You mad lad? Is that why we had to wait 5 minutes? That's a good excuse right there. Damn! Because you were you locked out, so you had to wait? Oh man, that's awesome right there. That is awesome. Thank you. What is this one right here? I got that one. We'll play this one.
On Friday, I was about to go get dinner for my kids when Donald Trump Jr. attacked me in his speech at CPAC. Something about me looking like a gender-neutral potato head.
I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. What just happened?
Got a Krista clip in there. And of course, you know, we haven't played this one in a while. So we're going to play it.
In San Francisco, it's all about, well, you know, gay bathhouses. And it's all about round-the-clock sex. It's all, come on, man.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
And of course, one of my favorites.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. Let's go. Ready? Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights.
All right, guys. And Flag Ninja with the $1 super chat. Thank you, Flag Ninja. Appreciate you. All right. Again, Laughing Man, thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. Looking forward to MegaCon. If you have not, make sure you RSVP for the MegaCon, or it's actually like, I'm still confirming everything from MegaCon, but we will do the Geeks and Gamers Friday Night Tights meetup Saturday night at City Walk, Universal Studios, and it's going to be awesome. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys there Saturday night, February 8th. So if you have not, please RSVP to that. And look forward to hanging out with Laughing Man. Many of you in the chat is going to be there. It's going to be super freaking awesome. What is happening? Laughing Man! What is happening? Holy crap. You know what? You know what? Chat is takeover. You don't need me here. Why do you need me here? John Murdoch for 50. What is happening? Fuck it. Y'all don't need me here. Let the chat just have at it. Let the chat just have at it. You don't need me here.
The fuck? This isn't my stream. Where the fuck am I? Oh, hi, chat. Hey, we can finally have an intelligent conversation because I'll be talking to something smarter than Jeremy, his chair. I heard you in the chat saying that you should have the chair we should have the chair take over FNT. I think that's a great idea. I really do. But quite frankly, I just want to point out that this is the most insightful and poignant political commentary we've gotten from Jeremy since he's actually left his own stream. Do you not agree? I think so. I think so. I think this is how he should do all his streams. I just came in to say that no, Jeremy didn't read my $1 million super chat and he's a homosexual.